Felicity from GetYourRockOut, here with a couple of the guys from The Answer. How are you doing today?
Very well, Felicity. Nice to be back at Download Festival. It's been 4 or 5 years since we've performed here, so I mean it's always been our favourite. The first time we played here was 2004 or 2005. It was a highlight of our lives at the time. It was absolutely incredible, so it's really nice to get back.
Fantastic. And I mean, not content with just doing the one set this weekend, you're actually doing two.
Yeah, I think we've been doing a lot of acoustic performances recently, and we're getting quite good at it as well. So
don't know about that.
So yeah, I know it's good. You know, it's good for us. You know, to do things like that. We're promoting our single Spectacular, which is associated with the World Cup, and that it's a samba version of it. So
it's an absolutely fantastic version of it. I must admit, absolutely love it. But you guys are like mad into your football, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like, hugely so.
Yeah.
So who will you be supporting?
Well, there's no Irish teams there. It's hard not to support England because I'm a Liverpool fan, and Stevie G's the captain. Obviously, he's a legend to us. And but I'm supporting. My money's on Portugal.
Oh really? Okay. But so you don't think England are going to win with our spectacular team that we've got going on right now?
I think they've got the best chance they've had since 1990. You know, so
you never know.
You can live in hope.
Yeah, a few shake-ups and they could get there. So
I must admit, I'm not that confident. Like after watching the Honduras match, I just kind of thought, actually, I'm gonna pretend I'm from somewhere else.
It wasn't a great match. It wasn't.
No, it was. I mean, it was quite embarrassing actually. And I was, you know, when you wait up for something, because it was on quite late, and I thought, oh, will I wait up? And I was like, oh, yeah, go on, we're doing well, we're looking good. And then I was like, this was just not worth it at all.
So American when had to stop the game as well.
It's absolutely ridiculous, just ridiculous. And you'd have thought that would have done well for us because we're used to that kind of weather, and we're used to those conditions. But no, we just got worse. But never mind. Happier subjects anyway. You guys have been touring like a hell of a lot lately. I mean, you've been pretty much out on tour permanently for the last year or so, and every show that you play seems to get bigger and bigger. Are you feeling confident about where you are touring wise?
Yeah, I mean, we toured for 6 to 8 months on the New Horizon album from September 2013, but we're already writing the next one.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we're very focused and keen to get it completed and maybe released for January 2015 time. So get into the studio in October. We've started recording and writing on the road a lot because we're all together on the road, so it's a good time to do that. And we get into a rehearsal room, and just as soon as we get back from touring, get stuck in. So
that's brilliant. And is there going to be any acoustic material in there? Because as you said, I mean, the acoustic stuff you've been doing has been going down really well. I've heard a lot of radio play, a lot of people talking about it a lot.
At the minute, it's all been about big blues, heavy riffs, to be honest. But I mean, there's always been a place for that in our band because, you know, Cormac and Paul are just so talented at that kind of thing, you know. And we grew up with the whole folk thing, you know, as well in Ireland. So, I mean, it's kind of natural for us to fall into that as well. So, yeah, who knows? You know, see what happens over the next few months.
Brilliant. Well, I think that a lot of people would be very excited if you did decide to bring out like an acoustic EP or something along those lines. I think it would definitely.
Sure, yeah. No, it's something that's definitely on the cards, I think.
So you wouldn't say no, we'd never want to bring out anything acoustic?
Not at all. I think after the samba version of Spectacular, all doors are open, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was brilliant.
We didn't see that one coming, to be honest.
I mean, how did you think people would take it? Because I mean, everybody seems to be absolutely buzzing about it. Everybody's like, it's brilliant. But did you expect that kind of response?
It was one of those things you didn't really know. But I mean, for us, it was a bit of fun, you know. And the song, what actually happened at the England team, ITV and a few places were using the song at like half time, the original Spectacular. And then Paul was sort of playing about with it. He used to play a bit of Spanish guitar, and it sounded good, and it kind of started off not as a joke, but it just grew and snowballed to the point where it was recorded and it was out, you know. So it's I mean, it's a bit of fun as well, but it's even better that people are taking to it.
And you guys also recently played the Hard Rock Rising show in Manchester, and you headlined a free show there, and it was I mean, did you do it just because it was a show in Manchester and you love playing Manchester, or do you really have a kind of passion for the younger bands and the Battle of the Bands type things where people get to showcase themselves?
A little bit of both. I mean, they offered us the show, and what, you know, we very firmly believe in what shows like that are all about, you know, getting hard rock and rock music out there. Hard Rock Cafe and that establishment's always been really good at getting, you know, putting money behind bands and sponsoring bands and all that stuff. So very good thing to do. And yes, Manchester is one of our favourite cities to play in the UK. Absolutely.
We'd missed Manchester out on the last run, so it made sense to go whenever that option came up. So, but yeah, I mean, we would have started out. We did a few of those sort of local battle of the bands thing, and luckily for us, we won them. So I think whenever you get something like that, it gives you the incentive to go another little bit, and you keep going and keep snowballing. So, but yeah, like some of the bands were telling us what Hard Rock have done for them. You know, setting them up, putting their album out and stuff, getting them established, which is a great thing because it's nearly impossible now for young bands. There's so many bands and the record companies don't have the money anymore, and it's if there's anybody like that can help, it's a great thing, you know.
And what advice would you give to bands that are just starting out? Because you guys have achieved a huge amount in a relatively short space of time, with the kind of calibre of the shows that you're playing and the tours that you're doing, and obviously being at Download Festival. I mean, what would you say that kind of did it for you?
Yeah, I think focus. You know, you have to be really focused on what you're and believe in it and believe in the band. You know, if you've got any doubts, it shows. You know what I mean? You have to know what you want to do, because it is hard work. It's a lot of sacrifice, and it's I mean, you're away from home a lot and that sort of stuff. But it's the best job in the world. You know what I mean? But you get to play to an audience, you get to record the songs you write, have so much fun. So.
And last time we spoke to you, we heard all about Tracer being naked side of stage. So, I mean, what's been going on in kind of last tour? Did you have anything similar, or actually are you missing those guys?
I definitely miss watching them play. I'm not too sure I missed them being naked beside me for our song Concrete every night. No, those guys were a lot of fun to tour with, and a really, really, really good band. We're big fans of the band, so we hope to see them again sometime. But nakedness, you know, you never know. James might. It's very hot here today at Download. I think it's 25 degrees or something, so it's going to be hot on stage today.
Well, it's going to be boiling up there, isn't it? So, I wonder if anyone's ever actually played naked before. You might be the first.
The first year we were here, and we were sitting backstage. I think it was like a much smaller backstage area. Everybody was in like one sort of place the size of this, and we were sitting on sort of Lemmy here and Slash was here, and Nick Oliveri just walked by completely naked. Everybody was just sitting there like, what the hell's going on here? So yeah, somebody has.
And there was that band, the Dwarves. They were walking around naked too.
That's right, yeah.
And that
I'm sure it'll happen before the end of the day. It's early days shit.
A Japanese band, Electric Eel Shock, remember them? They were walking around naked too.
Yeah.
You're obviously just attracted. It's obviously something in your general demeanour. People are like, you know what, we're going to strip off for these guys.
Yeah, I don't know why some of the girl bands aren't walking around naked. No.
You'll have to try harder. Obviously, you just have that appeal to men. Yeah. But, you know.
What can you do?
So the next kind of few months and stuff, you guys are going to be recording. Where else are you going to be playing? Where can we catch you?
We've got festivals sort of every other weekend. Mostly throughout Europe, isn't it?
In the UK, we're playing one in South Wales called Steelhouse.
Oh, that's a brilliant
which is apparently the highest festival in the UK. It's right up on top of the mountain.
That's a claim to make, that the highest in the UK.
It's a really good festival, actually. We've got on before us Toseland, who's doing really well at the minute, and I think Europe as well.
Yes, they are.
Right, yeah.
They are.
It's a really good festival. I'd recommend it.
That's the only UK one, though, is it? I think the rest of them are Spain and Germany and Sweden, places like that.
We're doing some with Airborne and that in Spain. That's going to be good fun.
But yeah, it's kind of our weeks are split between recording during the week and festivals at the weekend at the minute. So.
And so, kind of next time we can expect you playing back here properly, as opposed to the festival scene. Going to be after the next album?
Maybe right before Christmas, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, actually, there might be some even before that. We're just talking about that at the minute, actually.
Brilliant.
You know, if we get the album done in time, we want to get out and start doing some shows.
Well,
not a full-on tour, just some shows to get us warmed up.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for having a chat to us today. I hope that you have a great rest of day. I mean, we're at Download, so it'd be pretty hard for you not to, really, unless, of course, everything goes horrendously wrong. And
It's Friday the 13th.
It is. Very fair.
Good day for rock and roll.
Great day for rock and roll.
Well, in that case, good luck surviving. But thank you so much, and I'm sure that we'll see you again soon.
Good, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening. Cheers.